Set. Hey guys, it's DJ Quizno, back for another edition of WHS Radio. Today I've got with me Mrs. Margaret of the Copy Center, and this has been the first in a few lines of stories about the people who keep Winnacunnet running, the unsung heroes, if you will. So, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good. Friday.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go right into the questions. What did you do before you worked here at Winnacunnet?
Okay, before I came to Winnacunnet, I worked at the Dover Middle School in Dover for, for 10 years, and I worked there in the copy room. The last 3 years I was in their copy center every day, but before that I was in there. I job shared with somebody, and which allowed me to also be a substitute. I used to do Title I math. I used to work as a secretary in the nurse's office, so I did a variety of jobs there in for the 10 years. Before that, I worked at Wentworth Douglas Hospital as an evening supervisor of medical records for that was about 9 years. And then the 10 years before that, I was at Leahy Clinic Medical Center in Burlington as an office manager. So.
Yeah. What do you mean job share? When you job shared with somebody, what does that mean?
That means that what they actually did is they took a regular 5-day-a-week position and they split it between 2 people.
Oh,
so
okay.
there was another woman and I that shared those. So we had like 15 hours each a week on average.
Okay, thank you. What did you do for education to get into all these jobs?
Well, it's ironic because I attended the University of Lowell and I graduated from there with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. So how that plays into the jobs I've had, who knows?
Yeah.
But that's my background. That's what I actually went to school for.
Do you like what you do now? And did you like what you did in all those other jobs?
Yeah, I did. I really, I love working in schools. I love the teachers and the students and everything. I love working in the medical field. I love working in the hospital environment. What I like about here and in this kind of job that I do is it allows me to meet everybody. I'm one of those, I think, a fortunate person because I get to meet all the teaching staff, the interns, students. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I get to pretty much get to know a lot of people in the building.
Okay. And down to some more specific questions about your job here. About how many orders do you get per day?
Well, that's a tough one because that varies. I mean, I'm busy all day long.
On average.
On average, couldn't tell you. If you say this, how many teachers here? About 100?
Yeah.
Say if each one of them brought at least one thing in a day.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen because some people bring in 10 or 20 at once. So it varies. It's a lot. Let me just tell you, it's pretty constant. I'm going all day long.
This is one that I've always wanted to ask. What's the biggest order for copies you've ever gotten?
Well, here so far, I would say the biggest order I've had is for the parent-student handbook. Okay. That you guys get, that big stapled book.
Yeah, the blue.
The blue cover. There was 1,300 of that, and that was all done before school even started. And
how long did that take?
That actually took probably 3 days of running 2 machines all day long.
Non-stop?
Pretty much, except you have to fill up the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah.
If only paper were, if only it just never ran out.
Yeah, that'd be something.
Yeah. Here's one that I don't even know. Are you associated in any way with the library?
Well,
because you're next to it.
Yeah, luckily I consider they're my neighbors, so in that regard I'm associated with them. I also use their laminating machine. They have a big heavy-duty cutter that I've used for some of the projects I've done, and it's just nice to have people that I can see, because as you know, well, if you know where I am, I'm in a pretty much a room by myself.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see other people. Yeah. So that's my association with the library. If you had to name, I don't know, pounds, amount, how much paper do you think you use in 1 week? A good estimate would probably be about 10 cases of paper. So we're talking
was one case like one box?
One case is
like one box of how many sheets of paper in a case?
Well, there's 10 reams in a case, and there's 500 sheets within each ream. So that's 5,000 sheets in a box, and if I'm using 10 of those boxes,
it's like 50,000. 50.
Pretty much on average. Some weeks you might use more, some weeks less. Ironically, I actually had one of the machines serviced yesterday, and there's a counter on the machine. And since September 6th, I've done 260,000 copies just on one machine.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Okay. And the last 2 questions I ask every staff member who comes in here: How much has I know you haven't been here for very long, but how
Right.
much has the school changed since you've been here?
Probably from my point of view, not much, because like you said,
Okay.
I didn't know what it was like before. You know what I mean? I'm new here, so
Yeah.
from that point, not much. But as far as,
But how much have you changed? Has the school influenced you in any way? Has it caused you to change anything? Like, has it made you, I don't know, for lack of a better word, has it made you nicer or whatever?
thanks, DJ. I don't know. Hopefully, I was nice to begin with, but I
No
guess the way
offense.
I know I don't take any offense. The way I guess I feel I have changed is that I'm definitely obviously more comfortable. I obviously know the people now, whereas before I came in and I didn't know really anybody here. I knew the job per se. That was the easy part, I guess, because after having worked 10 years doing copying for teachers, it's just coming in now and just getting to know some new faces. So like
Yeah.
I say, the job really hasn't changed too much. It's just the cast of characters have changed for me.
Yeah.
So with that regard, I think that's it. I'm just more comfortable and really can laugh and joke with people, and hopefully I'm doing a good job for them.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And that's it for this one, Miss Mary Margaret.
Thanks.
That sounds so...
It's Cahoon is my last name, but yeah, I go by Mary Margaret. so
Miss
that's
Mary Margaret on WHSR 2012. Thank
excellent.
you.
Thank you.